Hey guys, it's Alex. Today we're talking about the Victoria, BC real estate market and my predictions for the remainder of 2022. Now, I am a licensed realtor with Engel & Volkers here in our capital city, but this should not be construed as investment advice. These are just my thoughts and opinions based on my experience. Perhaps our recent history is the best place to start. Since the onset of the pandemic, so spring of 2020, the government has played their part to put their foot down on interest rates and keep demand supported through all levels of the economy, but ultimately that has led to mortgage lending at historically low rates. The other thing that's played a factor is low inventory. So really since the beginning of the pandemic, our inventory in Victoria has been in steady decline. That's been the case for more than a decade now. It's mid-February right now and we have less than 600 active listings in Greater Victoria. Compare that to a decade ago, we had more than 5,000. So dwindling inventory, basically our absorption rate, so the amount of sales versus active inventory, is about 1-to-1 right now. So everything that's listed is being sold, which is just insane considering that in a balanced market, we may see one sale per, let's say, 4 homes. So low rates, low inventory, that is the story. Consider that really we're living in a negative real rate environment, and if mortgage lending is less than 2% and inflation is 5%, realistically owning assets is paying you right now and it's paying you to borrow money. So that's part of the reason why we're seeing such a rush on housing, and that may change as the year progresses. The Bank of Canada is talking about making a few changes to their overnight rate over the course of the year, which of course will affect mortgage lending. I would expect probably 4-ish 25 basis point moves from the Bank of Canada, which won't be earth shattering, but will have an effect on settling demand just a little bit. So my expectation for 2022 is that we will see steady growth, but not the kind of growth that we've seen over the last 2 years. If I'm thinking about average sale prices in Victoria, in 2020, the average sale price of a detached home was just over $1 million. I will put these stats up on the screen. And so far in 2022, we're over $1.45 million. So almost a 50% jump over the course of 2 years. That's a really extreme change, and I don't expect that kind of price appreciation to persist. But I do expect that our trend of low inventory will help support prices here in Victoria. So I'm predicting about a 5 to 7% increase for this calendar year. Now, some of the external factors that could shape how that changes are policy changes, both at a provincial level and federal level, changes to things like foreign buyers and being able to purchase property in Canada. The Liberals have talked about raising the barrier for insured mortgages from $1 million up to 1.25, which again is a demand side measure. I'm trying to think what else. Bear with me here. I wrote some notes down, and it's getting late in the day and I'm forgetting what I was thinking about. Open bidding, that's another thing they talked about. So that's a change potentially coming across the board in Canada, where currently we're living in a closed bidding scenario where people are basically writing their best offer versus other offers that they don't know exactly where they fall. So potentially opening that up to an auction process could certainly change the way that we buy and sell and transact property in BC and in Canada, especially in a low rate and low inventory environment where we're constantly getting multiple offers on properties. The other thing I wanted to mention is a cooling off period. So the BC Financial Services Authority, which governs real estate here in BC, has talked about introducing a cooling off period, which basically means you could walk away from a property even if you wrote an unconditional offer on it. So it's sort of a challenging one for me to grasp because I think that certainly puts a seller in a difficult position. But all the same, those are things that have been talked about and not enforced to this point. How those shape the realities of our market here in Victoria remains to be seen, but one thing should be a constant, which is really healthy demand here in our beautiful capital, in a place where we're not getting enough built for the amount of people that are coming here. So low inventory supporting steady price growth, but not insane price growth in an environment where rates still are historically low. That's my prediction. If you guys are interested in this or other factors of living in Victoria, BC, make sure to hit the subscribe button and I'll keep you posted on all that is Victoria real estate and living in the capital of BC. Thanks for tuning in.